Hello, my fellow air signs. I was going to do fire signs first, but y'all just pushed me out when I was meditating for channeled messages to the front. So you guys are going first. How are you guys doing? This Mercury retrograde has been crazy. It's been kicking everybody's butt. I think it's one of the most major returns of Mercury retrogrades. In general, I've never seen that much comeback, that much things being faced and worked through all at once. It might have to do with the Scorpio season, it being in Scorpio, and the full moon coming up during the retrograde. So let me know how you guys are doing. I have a Libra placement on my rising, so has to do a lot with my identity. So I feel like you guys might be dealing during this retrograde with kind of your social circles and how you communicate with others. I really want to do an update for the next 2 weeks because the full moon is coming up. We're going to get all that information, and the retrograde is ending on November 4th. And then we're going the next 2 weeks, so from October 25th to November 7th update. So we're just going to touch on those 3 points where we're talking about the retrograde and then the full moon and then what's gonna come out of it, right? So also, if you're doing magic on full moon and you're kind of the manifester or, just doing witchcraft, please move your works to the day after, so November 1st, because on the day of the full moon in Taurus on the 31st, the energy is going to be really messy and kind of floaty. So to bring better results to yourself, I would recommend doing it the day after rather than on the day of the full moon, because the strength of the moon is still going to be there, but the planetary motions are going to be different and they're going to be more stable, so the juices are going to be way more potent. So just keep that in check. The channeled message that I have for you is keep it moving, the stakes are up. So I feel like you maybe were presented with a big opportunity that you are right now kind of trying to figure out how you're going to push through it. Also planetary motions. Okay, so what I see right now is that there has been an opportunity, or an opportunity is about to present itself, and you weren't ready for it. You were like, wait, that came out of the blue, I have no idea what that is. It might just be the blessing that you asked for, or something that was just really on your mind beforehand, and now it's actually here in a physical form, and you didn't know that it was going to come this early. So now you have to figure out your plan of motion and how to fit that opportunity into your life and how to move forward with it. I also see planetary motions. You're very heavily affected by how the planets are moving. If you are into astrology and the transits, you might even see that the opportunity presented itself at the right time, at the right place. So just watch out for the planetary motions. I feel like you're heavily affected by Jupiter now, Jupiter, Moon, and Saturn. So if you are into transits, watch out for those 3 planets. So Jupiter, Saturn, and Moon are very important transits. So I feel like Jupiter is the opportunity. Saturn is your biggest obstacles and what's going to be the biggest thing that's going to kind of want to stop you from doing it. Jupiter is how you get it, the plan for how you get. Maybe look at the placements in which the signs are in on a Jupiter, Saturn, and Moon, and see how that sign would react and do it. So we can look into that later. I'll probably post something about it on my Twitter. You can follow me on my socials right here before we start, and let's just begin. So air signs, what's popping? What's going on? The guides are like, move forward. It's time to move forward. You're leaving a stage where you were in stability and now you're not anymore, but this chaos, this pressure is going to bring you into a bigger stability. You're moving to a bigger scale stability. So even if the opportunity doesn't work out or the opportunity doesn't go the way you want to, you can still have really unexpected gains. And if something goes wrong and something just doesn't work out, which I don't think it will. However, if just the opportunity is not useful to you anymore, you're still gonna open up this door of a bigger scale of stability, and you're gonna notice the things that you haven't noticed before, and that will help you work faster, more efficient, and have time for everything that you haven't had time for in a long time. So I'm heavily seeing self-care, time management, schedule planning. Schedule planning, weekly planning. So give yourself everything you need. Okay, that's it for the channel messages for now. Let's see the overall energy of my air signs right now from October 25th to November 7th. Knight of Pentacles. We're very heavily working on our coins. Everything, like I call this card a full firehouse. Like the house is steaming, there's like cooking in the kitchen, cleaning, sewing, all of that. The whole house is up and working, so you're applying a lot of your skills right now all together, moving forward with a pretty good plan that kind of encounters all of the parts of yourself, and you're applying all the ideas that you've had for a while now to the real world, and it's actually making big progress. Keep working on your coin. This is your overall energy right now. Gains, abundance coming in all shapes or forms. Not necessarily monetary abundance, but just all of it. All right, so next, let's see. What's going to be the energy for the next 2 weeks? Give me like 3 cards for how the weeks are going to go. So beginning of the 2 weeks, middle of 2 weeks, and then, Judgment. Yeah, you're being woken up. We're awake right now. King of Wands. Okay. And then, the Chariot and I'll take it here. All right, so the beginning of the week, I feel like the beginning of those 2 weeks, maybe in the Monday through Thursday of October 25th, so the beginning of the first week, there's definitely going to be some like karma drawing back to you, good karma. You're being woken up. I feel like there's going to be a release of old habits. You're being called on to, you're being like, knock, knock, it's time to go. Let's go, wake up. This is it. This is your go-to card. I also see it as of like someone else from above, maybe a higher authority, or like I said, a big opportunity coming along, and they're finally trying to reach you and tell you that it's time to move forward. It's time to let go of all the deadness, of all the things that are not serving you anymore, especially when it comes to social connections. And I feel like there's a really old habit of yours that you still do, and it might be coming back to your exes, or letting people back into your life, and now you're like being pushed forward to move with yourself and yourself only, and to let go of all the people that are not meant to be in your life. You can't take everybody on your journey. So then the second half of the first week, you're really being in the leadership role. If you are in a community with someone, or you work in a group, then you're really going to hold the idea that's going to move you guys forward. I feel like that's going to move you guys. I don't know why I didn't realize that this window was open. Okay, so you're definitely holding this information that's gonna really enlighten others on how to move forward. Maybe you're even giving classes or something. You're definitely a person who is more in an intellectual, thinking through, moving forward, brain-like activity. So I see you really being the guidance for others. Maybe you're showing others an example, you're setting up an example, and you're telling people, oh, this is how I do it, and they're like, oh, I want to do that too now. Yeah, like if you can do it, then I can do it, type of thing. All right, so then beginning of the second week, we have some more so painful conversations. There might be a painful conversation or a truth being spoken or something being uncovered that you haven't faced in a while, or you're facing for the first time and it kind of feels new and you're like, why is it here? I want to clarify that Queen of Swords real quick. Really feels like you're stepping into your power and you're telling the truth. You're having maybe more of a harder conversation with this person, and yeah, really showing your emotions, seeing okay, Queen of Cups, and then what? All right, cool. So we have Queen of Swords clarified by Queen of Cups and Nine of Pentacles. So here we're seeing that you're fully explaining that, you know, I'm this person and I hold this power, and you hold great power. Like you have the looks, you have the talent, you have the communication skills, you have the intellectual skills, mental skills. So you're really emotional, more on the emotional side. There can be some emotional things that are coming in. So this is story one. Story one is you're having this painful conversation, this more of a painful or more serious conversation where like all the truth is out, no bullshit. And you're showing that you've grown very much so, and you're stable in your emotions. You finally uncovered this whole thing, and you're not in the direction in which the person wants to go, right? So this is conversation one. Or two, the situation two is you're having this conversation and you're full of emotions and you maybe still like this person, and this person comes back and they're better than ever. Like they've done this and that, and they've healed, and you know, things happen and now they're in their power. However, you're not turning the cup of emotions to them anymore because you're focusing somewhere else. Like you're facing somewhere else. You're like, I see you, but I don't want you. I see you, but I don't want you. Like this is over. I don't know. You know, whatever it is, it's over. Whatever it is, I don't fucking want it anymore. I see your progress. Like you're cheering on to the person because, you know, you're Queen of Cups. You're like, oh, that's cool. You know, get away. All right, so the second part of the second week, we have the Chariot. We're moving. Let me tell you, we're all bundled up. We're all like getting it together. It's a lot of preparation was in, but you're finally ready to go. I feel like you're focusing maybe on one of the activities harder than on one of your habits, or one of your hobbies harder than the other. Now you're finally ready to take the move. You're all prepared. You're all bundled up. You're all ready to go. And you know, clarify the Chariot. What are we gonna do? What are you guys gonna do? All right, so that's something that was destined to be. I feel like you're pouring yourself fully into something. Yeah, you're walking away from your old ways. You're storming in. You have the passion. You're finally ready to go and conquer whatever it is you need to conquer. Yeah, I feel like with the Star card, we have the Star card, Eight of Cups, and Knight of Wands showing up. So you've made the movement. You are, this is, whatever it is, it might be either a lesson or a destined to be, or a thing that brings you closer to your destiny. So now you're moving forward with passion, and now that you have this sense of like, I can walk away from things that don't serve me, because I feel like that was a big thing during this retrograde, is really making that decision of, can I move forward? Do I have to keep them in my life? Do I have to, you know, can they stay and can I go? And you know, can they stay with me while I go? But now you're really facing that part of yourself that is really powerful in ways that you didn't know before. You probably stepped out of your ways that were there for a while, and now you're just like, wait, I can do this, so let me go fire all this shit up. Like, this is over now. Like, if I found that new power within myself, so now I can move forward, and now I can finally take the actions. So the conversation in the first part of the second week, I feel like it was more emotional, personal, more like personal life rather than career. But now that conversation has applied itself to all the areas in your life. So now you're like, okay, if I can have that conversation in my personal life, I might as well just be doing it in every life, in every aspect of my life. If I can be that strong and precise and clear with my communication, I might as well apply that ability that I know have to everything. And that will really move you forward, and that will really cause you to step out of your way, out of your old ways in all aspects of your life. And now you can move forward with passion, which is great. I'm really happy for you. Let's see the retrograde lessons and outcome. So lesson, outcome, let's see. Let's see how you've been handling this retrograde, this Scorpios. Okay. So the lesson was to kind of go and peep the knowledge. Like there's the Hermit showing up, so maybe you had some alone time, and really gathering your supplies before you head out. I feel like you're kind of alone, and you're kind of alone with your shadow self, with yourself. All the things that parts of yourself are being were or currently are being lit up, and you really have to deal with all of it. You have to deal with it, and you are fully shining. Like your whole personality is fully shining in front of you. Like you're standing in front of the mirror and everything is lit up. Like every corner of your body, of your spirit, of your vessel is lit up, and you have to see all of it. And it's scary. Like it can be scary. So now you have to figure out what to do with yourself, because some parts of yourself are like, we're old, we gotta go. Right, and you probably have to change your ways up a little bit and let go of some things. Yes, okay, especially if you're like a Libra, this was like balancing out your shadow and non-shadow and making them your best friends, and really working towards finding a balance within yourself, so that when your shadow speaks for a situation, you know where it's coming from. Like you know why the shadow speaks that way, and then letting your true self support the shadow in ways that are like, it's okay, like it's all right, we can get through this, and calm it down and kind of bring this wholeness to you, that you don't really need anyone else because you can deal with it yourself. And bringing like those true statements about yourself that you've already known. So you're in a space of forgiveness. Oh, that makes me want to cry. Like forgiveness, like heavy forgiveness, like things that you've been guilt tripping yourself over for years, months. Like, so this is like a really old wounds forgiveness. And then we have the outcome is the 8 of Wands. So first of all, there's going to be like a message. You're going to get a clear sign that that you've progressed. There's going to be a clear sign, a clear message, a clear upgrade. Someone is delivering, like someone is out here going to tell you something, exactly what you've been going through, exactly what you need to hear, and you will know it, like 100%. You've been healing from trauma, and then somebody's like, hey, do you want to start like a group that helps people with trauma? Things like that. So like an opportunity or a message going to present itself, that you're going to know clearly that this is like your kind of a checkpoint of what's been going on during this retrograde. 4, also you're reaping the benefits, you're kind of cutting the cords, you're reaping big rewards from you're reaping big rewards, big abundance coming from this being alone. So not necessarily loneliness, because being lonely and being alone, 2 different things. So from being alone, you're really reaping the benefits of being alone and kind of understanding yourself way more than you did before this retrograde, or maybe some terms that you've been working on for a while are finally over during this retrograde. So now you've kind of it's now concrete. Some things are concrete for you, and those are good things. So now like finally is the time that you accept things and let go of things and forgive yourself or others at some point. So Yeah, so this is retrograde, so full moon. What do we need to let go of this in this full moon? Biggest things that we need to let go, air signs. Let's see, biggest things that we need to let go of during this full moon. Ooh, okay. All right. All right. Okay. Biggest thing that you need to let go of this in this full moon, yeah, is that miracles just happen. Period. Like, uh, if you go your way and you just do whatever you want to do, whatever your moral system is allowing you to do, whatever you want to do, don't be afraid that it's going to cause conflict. Like, I feel like that you're in the space that if you move forward and nobody agrees with you, if you move forward, there's going to be big fights. Like, there's going to be some conflict, or, people are not going to support you, and then everybody's going to turn on you, and it's going to be like all types of funny business that we don't need in our life. But I feel like you're at the place where things just happen miraculously. You're standing your ground. You're really traditional in ways that you do things a certain way, and it's your way, and it's really practical. I feel like it's really kind of, a lot of it was divine guidance and intervention. Those things were built on divine guidance, and a lot of things for you are coming in that you have to apply yourself for and have your full potential, and not really look at who's disagreeing with you or who's saying what. But more so focus on that abundance is coming in and being grateful for the abundance. So this full moon, we need to let go of this expectation that everyone is going to turn around on us if we use our full potential, and let go of the thinking that if you move forward and everyone disagrees, then they're just not going to support you anymore, or that you can't really show your true self because that will cause conflict. Let go of that. You already have yourself. First of all, you already have supporters. In time, it will all be revealed. So just take a step forward. Yeah, so you don't have to be like... I'm hearing a lot about management. Management, you're managing something, you're managing a record deal, a band, a corporation, a teaching, management, a lot of management. Plan out your stuff, management. Be a manager. Don't necessarily do the work, but be behind the scenes and manage stuff. You will manage. Management is really heavily in this reading. So, yeah. All right. So, any other questions? Let's see. Okay. Let's say biggest obstacle during this week, and then biggest perk, and then overall advice. So, biggest obstacle. Biggest perk. And overall advice. Can you clear out the perk? So random. So random. I mean, not really. Hold on. I see you. So biggest obstacle is the turn of events. Wheels are turning. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So you might be resisting change. Biggest obstacle is that things are going to get a little chaotic. Some things are divine. So make sure to make, good choices. It's like orchestrated. And it's like testing. Like you're being tested right now. So that can be your biggest obstacles, because a lot of things are coming through. A lot of things are on your mind. A lot of things are on the outside world. But the biggest perk is that you can just walk freely, walk away. if you need to walk away, if there's like a fight or something, first of all, with this Mars planetary statement, I read that it was like funny thing. Whoever started a fight during the Mars, being in retrograde, already lost. So like, if you're having fights or something, just say peace out. Don't say anything. If you don't feel general support, then maybe there's going to be this one person who you might be your romantic interest, or someone who you're really good friends with, someone who's your partnerships. They're going to let you pass through the storm. So this is definitely, you have this support. At least one person is going to come in and say, you got this, do it, like follow through with it. It doesn't matter. And that will later cause you to really find the gem of like where you're finally being seen by others, and you're finding ways to kind of where to apply yourself. Be very open to opportunities and what's coming your way. So take whatever it is and roll with it. And if your family or your friends or people on the internet, whatever, don't support you, then fuck them. Go to this one person that you have a partnership with, and they're gonna tell you that it's all right. So yeah, that it's all right. Just let the storm pass. If you get hurt like a couple of times, then just cool it out. But mostly you're gonna be able to avoid the conflicts and all of that. Just be open to opportunities, whatever comes your way. Be helpful. Don't turn away people. If it's not people who are already toxic and come into your life to complain and put you down, be open to helping people and be there for people who are healthy and who actually might need help from you or advice. Be open to that and really open up that part of yourself that's really unique, that shines your own light. So during those couple of weeks, is going to be the biggest lesson, is that being open to opportunities and walking away from things that even if they are good, but in this situation they aren't. Walk away from that opinion, walk away from that group for now. So yeah, the wheels are turning. So, but you got this. So air signs, we're at the peak. We're at the peak of judgment. We're at the peak of how we're gonna do things. So, just behold the great future and move slowly, quietly, and take that fucking leap. Thank you. All right, thank you so much for watching, air signs. Very glad to have you on my channel. Once again, the socials are going to be posted down below in my comments, and I will see you for a love reading next week. But this was your 2-week update from, once again, October 25th to November 7th. And good luck. I'll see you in 2 weeks with an update.